So I was just on the internet, chilling. I'm reading dumb shit I probably shouldn't have been wasting my time reading. Whatever, it's something to get my mind off other stuff. I like alternating between things I'm doing. This came to my mind that people are fucking, like, extremely savage. And not in a good way. You know, there's certain things like, oh, that's savage, like, you just kind of like, for like, playing basketball or something, you just like do something crazy. Savage, bro. I don't know, like, certain things where, you know, it's alright to be called a savage or to, you know, act savage, what the fuck you want to call it, you know, but there's other things where it's not. And I'm not even talking about, you know, that in like, you know, in the freaking weird pop culture way people use it these days. I'm saying people are savage. Like, for instance, people kill animals without even thinking like a second thought about it. It's like, oh, but here's the thing. It's like they have this thing in their head that, like, at a certain point, they think it's alright to be a fucking savage. Like, for instance, you know, a dog, nobody wants to kill a dog. Oh, don't kill a dog, it's a dog. But a fucking cow, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Or a possum, or a raccoon, or, yeah, you know, I don't know. People, they just have, like, this switch in their head that's just like, oh, okay, not okay. It's just, like, this cultural thing. And it's like, where's the actual, are you just not killing things because it's a cultural thing, or do you actually give a fuck? You know what I mean? That's kind of a question. And on another note, like, shit, I think Charles Manson was fucking, like, something was happening with him. But, on another note, you know, people, as soon as they think, like, I mean, like, they could just accuse somebody of something, make a headline, say, oh, this guy did this, and everybody's like, oh, fuck that guy, let him burn, blah, 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 you know? And that's just like, for real, what if that was you? What if you didn't even do what the fuck they said you did, and they're just making a fucking accusation about you, and the whole world's like, oh, let him burn. You'd be like, well, fuck you, world. Thank you for the fucking fair trial, you know what I mean? And, it's the same savagery that's been around for fucking years. You know how, like, they used to call people witches? They're like, oh, she's a witch. And everybody's like, ah, she's a witch. Throw stones at her, let her burn, put her at the stake, burn her alive. You know what I mean? It's the same fucking type of savagery that exists. The same thing. I'm looking at Charles Manson. He didn't actually kill nobody. He might have talked some people into it. I don't know. I don't know what the whole deal was with that. But this motherfucker been sitting in jail for his whole fucking life. In my opinion, that is disgusting. That's terrible. I'd rather... I don't even think... Look, I'm not trying to, like, act like killing somebody's not bad. But your whole fucking life sitting in jail, that's ridiculous. Maybe 10 years for killing somebody. That's like... You got the fucking point across in your mind. Don't do that shit again. You know what I mean? You know, obviously there has to be a deterrent to keep people from doing it. That's why I suggest people just have guns themselves and they can fucking pop off on somebody. That's enough of a deterrent. But, motherfuckers be confused, man. Motherfuckers are all confused. They just got like these things. Like, oh, dog don't do, cat don't do, cow, fine. You know, or, you know, if the culture changes, oh, let's kill dogs. Oh, everybody's like, okay, let's do that. I don't think people have like their own conscience. It's like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, just look at it though. The savagery, man. The motherfuckers don't care. They don't have that conscience. They're like, for instance, like animals will love you as long as you're cool with them and you're petting them and shit. You know, and just imagine this. Imagine a dog who you're being nice and petting, and the next day, you know, you leave him outside the whole day, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, you treat him like shit. Or like another, you know, it's like a double, I don't know, it's almost like humans are fucking bipolar. If animals are looking at us, they're like, what the fuck? Like, they're nice one day, the next day they're fucking taking me to a slaughterhouse. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, people are out there with that shit. You know, just consider it from an animal's perspective. But then also consider it from the perspective of the witch who's being fucking burned at the stake, man. Like, she ain't even doing shit probably. People are accusing her of something, and everybody's like, ah, fuck her, get her away, get her out of here. Because people, let's be honest here, you know, a lot of times people do things, or like somebody gets accused of something. Like, for instance, here's one. Joe Biden. Recently there's been this thing talking about fucking all these fucking rapists or whatever, these sexual misconduct motherfuckers. And Joe Biden's like, oh, you better not do that. But Joe Biden has like been fucking seen like in multiple fucking videos being like a fucking little creep motherfucker, like whispering in girls' ears and shit. And you see how he's acting now. He's like, you better not do that. That motherfucker, he's reacting in a certain way in defense of his own like kind of guilt, you might say. So I think whenever something happens like, oh, witchcraft or blah blah blah, this or that, people might have some type of guilty feeling about this, and they're kind of like trying to fight it. Like, yeah, fuck that, don't do that. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy savagery, in my opinion. Either way, people don't seem to have their own conscience. That's the craziest part. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with y'all? Like, where's the actual like measure? Like, you're willing to kill a cow to not kill it today, and then tomorrow it's a different story. What is it? You're hungry? You just feel like being a savage? Oh, fuck it. Feel like being a savage. Feel like I'm hungry for dog today. Fuck it. They'll get it. Shit happens. It's like, what the fuck? It ain't just shit happening to a dog, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck's wrong with y'all? Like I said, if it was you burning at the fucking stake, if somebody just randomly accused you of something, and everybody's just like, yeah, fuck that person, you didn't even do it, you'd be like, well, fuck you, world. You're a piece of shit, you know what I mean? If it's you burning at that fucking stake, believe me, you are not thinking it's just another motherfucking day. You ain't thinking it's just, oh, they get over it. You know what I'm saying? If you are burning at the stake, it's a different fucking story. And, yeah, man, motherfuckers gotta be thinking like that. Motherfuckers ain't thinking from the standpoint of the other person. They're just like, yeah, fuck that. They're projecting their own, shit. Like, yeah, fuck whatever he did. Yeah, that's bad. Fuck him for doing that, even though you probably just... It's crazy, man. People gotta think from the other... Dude, have you imagined living 10 years in jail? That's a whole fucking decade. Imagine being, however old you are, getting out of jail 10 years later. You're 25. Imagine getting out of jail when you're 35. That's the end of your 20s gone. You see what I'm saying? That's like a prime of your life gone. You see what I'm saying? Let's say you're 35 and go 45. That's like another mad... It's like a time of your life that you should be living. You know what I mean? That is something. That's extreme. So, I think 10 years is like, that's an extremely fucking long time. 5 years is a fucking long time. If I'm 25 and I'm 30 when I get out, that's a long fucking time. 25 to 30, that's like the prime years of my 20s. You know what I'm saying? That's some serious shit. I considered that not that long ago. I'm like, well, damn. Fuck that shit. And I'm looking at these motherfuckers sitting in jail for their whole lives. You just stole somebody's life. I seen this dude go to jail for some old bullshit case. They found out when he's like 85 that he didn't even fuck... Or no, something happened. They were about to release him on parole, but he's like, hell no, I'm staying in here till y'all motherfuckers admit that I didn't do this shit. You know what I mean? And, some fucking black dude, they fucking blamed like on a rape for raping somebody or some shit. And like, something happened, like I don't know what the fuck happened, but motherfucker spent his whole life and he probably didn't even do the shit. You know what I mean? That is not nothing. Just imagine 5 years of your life. Imagine being 25 to 30. Those are the prime years of your life taken away. Now imagine your whole fucking life being taken away. That's nuts. That is absurd. Okay, yeah, murdering somebody, sure, that sucks. But at the same time, 2 wrongs don't make it right. Come on. 10 years, that'll teach you a motherfucking lesson. And I ain't saying, people just have guns, so nobody will come up on you. Either way, that shit's crazy. That shit's just crazy. I gotta get out of here. I'll talk to you motherfuckers later. Peace out.